Hello, good morning, and welcome to TRAXXfm. And as you know, on Thursdays we have Face to Face coming your way, produced by Anna. And I'm going to be a host for today since Otto is not around. Today on Face to Face, we will be talking to Saidatul Ashikin Abu Hassan, who's the head of Center for Communication Safety Department at MCMC, and we're talking about empowering Malaysians for a safer cyberspace, an important topic, especially right now with the advent of AI, with the advent of, even technologies that are being used for phishing and stuff like that is going better and better till the point that we can't even recognize what it was even a year ago and the difference it is today. So let's start off with Juan. All right. Can you briefly introduce yourself and your role at MCMC?
Okay, so hello and good morning to you, KG, and also Madam Producer. Thank you, TRAXXfm, for having me today. So my name is Saidatul Ashikin, or you can just call me Ash for short. And so at MCMC, or Malaysian Communication Multimedia Commission, our department called Center for Communication Safety, or CCSD, spearheads strategic planning for the implementation of MCMC's digital literacy and online safety education and advocacy programs. So namely, Klik Dengan Bijak or Click Wisely, and the Malaysian ICT Volunteers. So the latest addition to our portfolio is the campaign Internet Selamat, where our team developed modules for the campaign implementation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, seems like at the forefront right now, and a lot of work being done day in, day out.
Yeah.
And we know MCMC is at the forefront of making sure that the internet, as lawless as it is, brings some sort of control to it.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right. And of course, there has to be a prompt, just like in AI. What prompted the launch of campaign Internet Selamat, and why are you starting it now?
Okay. So, well, KG, the campaign Internet Selamat was launched by YB Datuk Fahmi Fazil earlier this year, Minister of Communication, sorry. It was launched earlier this year out of the urgent need to amplify the awareness on the importance of online safety through a platform focusing on education and engagement.
Mm-hmm.
What prompted the launch of the campaign is the online harms that keep increasing on daily basis. Just to demonstrate to you, I'm going to refer to the statistics here. So from 2022 until 2025, for website blocking only, we MCMC had taken down around 5,132 online gambling websites and 3,880 obscene content website. Whereas in terms of social media, we had removed, we had removed around 200, a total of online content that we brought down that has gone in breach of the Malaysian law. The total from 2022 until 2025, around 400,000, more than 400,000 content was taken down, and 61% of this content were online gambling, and then 23% on scams, and 7.7% on false information.
So that's 400,000 in a year.
In 3 years.
In 3 years,
Yes.
wow. That is about 300 per day that you're taking down. That is so high.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is online gambling. I'm surprised. I always thought it was going to be things like obscene content, but
Nah.
online gambling seems to be the focus over here.
Yeah, hence the focus of the campaign are 4 areas. Online gambling, the first one, and then we had scam, and then we focus on cyberbullying, and then the fourth one, surprise, surprise, is the age limit of social media usage. Not a lot of people care about this. It's fact, but only 13 years and above can open social media account.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, I think that is something that, even parents don't seem to remember, that you need to be a certain age. I mean, we don't read our terms and conditions anymore, do we?
Or maybe they know. Maybe they know. We've asked 12 years old who opened the social media account for you, and they're like, our parents.
Maybe the parents like, at least this will keep my child quiet. All right.
That's true.
And the main goals of campaign Internet Selamat, is that part of the 4 prongs that you just spoke about, or would you like to explain further?
Okay, so the main goals of the campaign, we have 2 phases in the campaign. For phase 1, The ministry and MCMC target to implement the programs at 10,000 educational institutions, including primary and secondary schools, institutions of higher education and teachers education nationwide. So that 10,000 programs that has to be done by end of this year. Before the monsoon season, that is. And then in phase 2, the campaign will go into communities and the public in general with the involvement of our National Information Dissemination Center, National Information Dissemination Center or NADI, and also Community Madani nationwide also.
All right. Okay, so 2 phases and already very much in action.
Yep, very much in action. Yeah.
Okay, and now you did touch upon the themes or topics being addressed under the campaign. You spoke about cyberbullying, scams, and stuff like that. Would you like to explain further on this?
Okay, so we I said earlier on, the reason why we're doing this because the online harm is getting like over the top nowadays. You said just now, Ken, it has not gone down. In fact, it has gone up. Whether because the reason why we take down is based because we receive complaints from the public as well as government agencies. So it's I think it's either they are aware of it now and then they make complaints, they report it, or the cases has just gone up over the years. Why we choose online scams is based on the statistics, like day in, day out. I mean, it is very perplexing that even though the media cover the scam cases nearly every day and the loss is in hundreds of thousands or even millions, but still we are reading these cases again and again in the media, on social media. So we feel that while there are other agencies like the NSRC, National Scam Response Centers, and the coalition under that NSRC are doing their part, we also from the ministry we also need to help out and ramp up the campaign on scams. Make more awareness on scams so that like the more the merrier. It's a holistic solution. It's a holistic actions, not just by certain government agencies or whatnot, but the community also have to get on it. So we think that when we educate people about online scam, online gambling, cyberbullying, and also the age limit, it will trickle down. So that's why we choose. I think that's why the minister chose these topics. Other than I suppose it's evidence-based. On the age of social media, age limit on social media usage, I think the statistic of these children below 13 using social media is not there yet. But the thing is that the impact of them using the social media at such a young age is there. It has been reported. Like, for example, there has been online sexual grooming involving young children, teenagers and also young children. Young children also have reported that they've been scammed. Not like senior citizen or adults, but they've been scammed in online gaming. Right?
Yeah, that has happened to me before.
Yeah. So cyberbullying, right? Something that because cyberbullying is it's a broad area that it covers. It involves many types of bullying for people to understand. There is cyberbullying, and I need to report it. So not many people understand that they're being bullied online. Yeah.
Right. Now this is a question slightly off field. Now, is it tough for MCMC to keep track? Because especially in terms of the field itself, right? In terms of all these scams and all that, it's constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Is it tough for MCMC to keep track that sometimes that even you guys are surprised? Wow, there's even this kind of scam coming out, and then you have to decide to put out something to counter that.
Yes, that's right. We have to remember, according to the cybersecurity professionals, these cyber crooks, they are always 10 steps ahead than the authorities, right? The nature of authorities, pihak berkuasa, is that we're oftentimes reactive. Yeah, because like while we're trying to solve what's going on now, the cyber crooks or any kind of crooks are already like planning what's going to happen tomorrow, right? So that's why we cannot do this alone. We We need people. We need the society to be aware of the online harms, of all these crimes that have now migrated to online. Be aware of it. Always be cautious, and then know where to report. Yeah.
Understand. Yep. And remember, guys, there is no prince or princess out there who wants to give you half their, their country just so that you can help them, give them some money.
That's right.
That used to be the original scam, but now it has evolved in so many different ways. But it's disheartening because even like myself, I'm tech savvy. I read. Even I am prone to sometimes believing these people who are trying to scam you because they're so convincing at times.
They are. Because you know why? They profiled you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they know what you like, what you don't. So be careful of what you're sharing on social media. Nowadays, like, for example, that is social media, oversharing, whatever it is. People can profile you. They can do this work within a week or a month. They know where you go, you know what you like, you know their pet's name and stuff like that. And like, for example, someone who just lost their partner and put it on social media. I miss this person. Hey, like, I miss you and I'm lonely and stuff like that. That is just like a honey pot for them, right? They're like, okay, yeah, so
love
scam or whatever it is. Or if they know that you just celebrated your 55th birthday or 60th birthday. Hey, yeah, exactly. So that kind of, you don't really need to give them your birthday. They can just profile you. They're just that good. So when you say that even educated people are scam, you are right.
Yeah.
There are educated people who are scam. Even government officers, teachers.
Yeah, that's surprising. I saw some
bank managers.
Yeah.
So, like engineers, name it. Because it depends on which area you are, and they are good at knowing what you need. I think these scammers, they are just fulfilling your needs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they are fulfilling the demand that you have. Yeah, they know how to provide the supply.
Yeah, they know that you need more money. Give you investment scam.
Yep. Right. Yeah. You know what, Ash, we're going to take a short break.
Yeah.
And once we come back, there is more to talk about.
That.
Because we want to talk about scams, we'll be here till 6 p.m.
Yeah.
All right, so don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do have questions, though, you can send them to our TikTok page. And if we can answer it, we will be more than happy to help you. We are currently on Face to Face with Saidatul, Ashikin, a.k.a. Ash. She's the head of the Center for Communication Safety Department at MCMC. We are talking about empowering Malaysians for a safer cyberspace. We will be back after a couple of songs. Don't go anywhere. welcome back to Tracks. And today on Face to Face, we are talking about empowering Malaysians for a safer cyberspace. We have Ash, who's the head of Center for Communication Safety Department, MCMC. Now, Ash, how are you encouraging people to be not just safe internet users, but also, you know, this is the most important word right now, ethical digital citizens?
KG. So through this current campaign Internet Selamat, we aim to have more structured and holistic programs to educate the public according to age groups. So you name it, kanak-kanak, children, teenagers, youth, adults, as well as senior citizens. Through this implementation of this targeted programs, according to the age groups, we hope to deploy those on the ground to whom we have trained, to then in turn train and the general public, their friends, the communities to that level, through on the internet safety through age appropriate content, right? Ultimately, we aim to drive home the message that that ensuring internet safety for everyone, and it is the responsibility of everyone. To protect children online, the responsibility of the parents or the guardians. Not just that, the teachers at school need to keep reminding the children of using the internet in an ethical way. At IPT, at the Institution of Higher Education, you have peers, you have lecturers. At the government or private sectors, all offices, we think, should have internet safety program on yearly basis or quarterly basis, because it's something that we live on right now. We live in a digital world. We cannot run away from social media, right?
Yeah.
So we have to.
How I wish.
Yeah, you can try. A lot of people are doing this fasting social media thing. Don't you know about that?
I've tried. Unfortunately, some of my messages only come through social media nowadays. So even my wife is like, "Hey, you want to see this?" And I'm like, "Where is it on social media?" I'm like, "No." Yeah, but that's the thing, right? You cannot run away from it anymore.
Yeah.
And
But you can manage it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
all do that.
My phone usage is 7 hours per day right now in terms of screen on time. So you just feel like
Right,
how
yeah.
bad I'm managing it right now.
But I think most of it is work related, isn't it?
No.
Okay,
No.
fine.
I'll admit it's no.
All right. So going back to that, how are we going to educate the public? Are we going to encourage them to use the social media or internet ethically? Through this campaign, we have age groups, targeted age groups, and we have MCMC, the ministry, as well as various government agency, various government agency. We came together to develop these modules according to the age group, so that we understand that no such thing as one thing. We don't believe in cookie cutter, right? So each age group has a different way of delivery of how we talk about issues. Each age group are facing, we understand that once you get on the internet, you are just exposed to the same kind of risks and harms and threats, but there are threats that is specific to age groups. Like, for example, for children, they are more prone to online sexual grooming, not just by adult perpetrators, but among children themselves. So we need to educate them that they need to protect themselves. They need to know that they have the right to their body. No one else have the right to that. Whatever things that we teach them offline, we need to teach them also online. Safe touch and whatever it is, don't talk to strangers. All these things. I mean, you don't just let your children just go play at the playground alone, right?
You don't.
Like I don't know, your wife might freak out if you do that.
Yeah, true.
Exactly. So, and then you get viral online. This is like POV, my husband and my child riding around on the playground alone. Yeah, something like that. We don't do that. But why do we do that online? Why do we let the social media, all the video streaming platform babysit our children?
Yeah, I think this all comes from the point what we could call a paradigm, right? So it's like we don't understand that cyberspace is an actual space. Your kid might be in the room, but they're not exactly there. Physically, they're there, but they are in excess of everything around the world. So yeah, it's such a danger.
And people have access to them.
Yep, and this is why I still remember back when we were growing up. I think we are about the same age. When we were growing up, our computers were never in the room. They were
Nah.
always in the living room
Exactly.
or a public space.
Exactly.
Yeah, because your parents wanted to monitor you.
Yeah.
But now since your phones are available, you could bring it anywhere. You could be at the back of the car going through something.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
your parents wouldn't know.
Exactly.
And parents should also become more proactive in keeping their kids safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely agree with you.
and that's my personal opinion. Of course, like they should be proactive, and they should also be. I think the word is brave to approach subjects that might not be to their liking.
Mhm.
Because it's still taboo to talk about good touch, bad touch at
Yeah.
certain times. But parents need to get out of their shell
Yeah.
and get to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Learn new things.
Yeah.
Learn how to talk to your children.
Yeah, we are not in the 90s
No,
anymore.
we're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we let them watch Netflix.
Yeah, it's bad.
So why can't we talk to our children about stuff that is used to be taboo? It shouldn't be taboo anymore.
It shouldn't be, because
Yeah.
unfortunately that's the state the world is in right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking for access. Could be to children, could be to other people.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to block that access
Yeah,
by
yeah.
giving our kids education.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I may, I want to talk a bit more on this child sexual grooming, right?
Please,
Online
please,
grooming.
please.
Because all the time we always thought that this is perpetrated by strangers,
Mhm.
but most of the cases, if you look at PDRM statements in the news, most of the time they know these people. These are sometimes even family friends, family and friends, and it's something like, for example, this is just an example. A child, 12-year-old child, or 10-year, I think she was 10 to 12-year-old. She was contacted by a family friend. Sorry, is it family friend? Yeah,
Mhm.
family friend, and the mom was not around. Sister was sleeping on the couch, and the guy asked the child, the 12-year-old, the elder sister, what are you doing? What are you wearing? And then the child kept, like, layan this guy because she knows him, because it's friend, it's family.
For her, it felt like a safe space.
Yeah, and then the guy kept going, and then, like, okay, shoot a video of your sister, something like that. So like, unfortunately, we live in a world nowadays that we need to be cautious of everything.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, unless proven as a saint, no one is.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'm very glad that MCMC is spearheading this, especially pushing forward, and this is part of your main concern as well.
Yeah.
So I hope for better outcome in the future. I think it will take a couple of years possibly, but it will happen
Yeah.
nonetheless. Now, let's talk about reporting mechanisms or platforms where the
mhm.
public can actually report harmful online content or
Yeah.
behavior.
Okay, don't forget MCMC. We have this MCMC Consumer Redress Portal, or Aduan MCMC. You can just Google aduan, aduan.mcmc.gov.my, or you can call our hotline 1-800-188-030, or you can email us at aduan@mcmc.gov.my. If I were you, I just go to the website. Again, it's aduan.mcmc.gov.my. Or it's just like, nowadays we just like, oh yeah, Aduan MCMC, and it'll pop up the first one. Yeah, that's easier.
Yeah.
The second option is you can contact Communications and Multimedia Content Forum, or CMCF, or again, just search on your browser Content Forum Malaysia. It'll pop out the first one. And then you can just do, if you see anything that is wrong, because what is wrong offline is also wrong online. Whatever that you see, if you're talking about Section 233 of the Communication and Multimedia Act, whatever that is obscene, indecent, false, menacing, and offensive, you can report it to MCMC. Or if you see anything else, like hate speech, whatever it is, you can still report to us, and then we'll share it with other relevant agencies. Be an upstander, not a bystander. I would say that.
Be an upstander.
If you come across any scam, or like a friend confided you, or you yourself receive a phone call that is suspicious, telling you like what a prince or princess, or you receive an email saying a prince or princess is going to give you half of the country to you, contact 997 National Scam Response Center or NSRC and ask them for advice. If you think you've been scammed, contact them too, because they might be able to help you to block the accounts, the bank account, whatnot. So there's help out there. What you need to do is just like be more proactive and protect yourself.
Yep. And I think like if you did get scammed, don't be shy about it.
Yeah. There's nothing to be shy about it.
Yeah, because these are people that were really, they've got hundreds of hours on their belt trying to scam people. And sometimes it just happens.
It's an organization.
Yeah, it's an organization. Could be right here in Malaysia. Anna could run it. We don't know. Right. Now we know how she affords all these rich things. Well, anyways, talking about things like that, right? Don't be shy about it. And also, I think this is something like my father was actually scammed, right? So he is very much into investments, right? So,
Right.
and he's very financially savvy. But he was scammed as well.
Why?
Because
How?
because he thought, okay, this is how it happened.
Yeah.
He saw an ad on Facebook. It was a person he recognized as an investment guru. So he decided to contact that person through the Facebook ad, realized that person was just using the Facebook ad as a misguide. So it was just someone else, and then gave him a number. So he decided to put up some money into the account and all of that. But thankfully, I was at home at that time, and he was like saying, like, I cannot remove my money from this. And my brother was there, and we were like, yep, old man got scammed. So we immediately called up
That's unfortunate.
yeah, we immediately called up the bank that we sent the money to, told them about this. Unfortunately, at that time, this was maybe about 8 months ago, the mechanism for immediate, stoppage is just not there yet.
Right.
They are very, very particular about it has to be done this way, it has to be done that way. And, you are as the person who was scammed, you're panicking. So I believe it needs to be more transparent in the future, the way it's being done, because the bank was not transparent at that time at all. But
Right.
thankfully, the account that we sent it from, they were more than happy to freeze my father's bank account.
Okay.
They were more than able to do so. Now, that bank was good. This bank was not so good. Not going to say which bank is which, but you guys can find out in the future. So after I went to the police, made a police report. Yeah, we did get the money back. They got the guy who was doing it. Yeah.
That is so cool.
But it was a mule. So they got the mule.
Oh,
Yeah.
they get the real person.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the entire case because my brother was handling it. Haven't spoke to him yet.
Right.
Because it just finished a couple of months ago. It
Oh,
took us about 7-8 months to get the money back.
my goodness.
Yeah, it wasn't too big of a money, but still
But
money.
still
right?
money, yeah. You work hard for it.
Yeah, and my dad's the kind of guy who wouldn't lose 1 ringgit if he could. Yeah. If my dad's listening right now, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to ask you how you grew up.
Yeah. My dad is very financially savvy. That's for
Okay.
one thing. I am not even 2% out of that. But yeah, that's the thing, right? So many people out there trying to scam you. Do not be shy. If you get scammed, let us know, and not let me know. Let MCMC know,
Oh, call NSRC.
or call NSRC, or even better, teach your parents, especially the older generation, because they are the ones being targeted right now as well.
Right.
And sometimes they get scared. Hey, hi, this is the police. This is Sergeant Ahmad or something.
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
they get scared. Always remember the police won't call you.
Yeah.
But even if they do, they'll ask you come straight to the police station.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah, don't share things like that. So
Yep.
I think Anna, you should come up with more promos, man, for scams.
Yeah.
So start today.
Yeah.
Put out like 10. Right. Okay, Ash, before we
Yeah.
end for today,
Mhm.
it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I got to say that.
Thank
but
you.
Is there anything else that you would like to add for our listeners?
Okay, as final thought, as Malaysian, we are so well known for, and we're proud of our unity, and despite our diversity, we have high tolerance and friendliness and politeness, and these have come our way of life. So we accept each other's differences, we celebrate our similarities, and so if we can do that offline, let's do that also online. Be civic minded with each other, be kind to each other, and like I said, just not be an upstander, not a bystander. Make each other feel safe online. Make the online environment feel safe for everyone else, not just yourself, and but also think of the kids who they are there online using the internet and also social media. So for some of us have small children, Gen Alpha children who are digital natives. While they are very smart, and we always say that, oh, my kids are so smart using they know how to use any kind of gadgets. They still need our guidance,
Yes.
right?
Because the moral part They might not know yet.
They might not know. They're only like what, 10,
Mhm.
12 years old. Yes, they can teach you. They can do coding that you can never do.
Yeah.
I can never do that.
They can actually see tiny print. We
They
cannot do that.
they can. They can do whatever. They can make money and millions
Yeah.
from the internet, and we can't. But they still need our guidance,
True.
right? You are still parents and guardians to the children.
Mhm.
You still need to guide them. You still need to teach them values, morals, which social media or internet don't really necessarily can teach them that,
Mhm.
right? And so, as a last word from me, let's come together because of this. Whatever that we've discussed for this past half an hour, let's come together and support the campaign Internet Selamat. And if you see us at your kids' school, come and support us. Listen to the Pocket Talks and invite your friends, families, neighbors, taman, whatever it is. Get the whole clan together and support the school whenever you see this campaign Internet Selamat.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Before we end, I would just like to say something. One of our listeners on TikTok finds you very charming.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is that my friend?
The name is Silence, so I
Okay.
don't know. All right, so and
Thank you so much.
and Najib says, Anna, thank you for the topic. It's very enlightening. All right, so with that, it's about time that we close the show down. But before that, I would just like to say one more thing. I had something in my head. I wanted to say, be nice whenever you can, not
Yeah.
only when you're seen.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
With
There you
that-
go. Thank you, KG.
All right. Thank you so much to Saidatul, Ashikin, Abu Hassan, the head of Center for Communications Safety Department, MCMC. With that, we close our topic for today, which was empowering Malaysians for a safer cyberspace. Remember, if you know how to do it, teach someone else as well. Okay? With that, bye-bye. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.